When I come through, I'ma keep it tight. Don't even come my way if you know you ain't right. When I come through, boys know it's me. I'm player from the south, nothing less than a G. When I come through, they know I'm about my...
Bro, this is Curtis, baby.
Yeah, I know Curtis, man.
The erasing of specific history. What's really going on? Specific history is being erased in the United States. My history, your history, Black history, U.S. history, books, statues, museums, inventions, the archives of people in power, and complete misinformation campaign against Black history and the slave trade. But why? Please tell me why. I'll tell you if you stay tuned in, all right? And you'll possibly find out things that you never knew, okay? You'll have a different understanding of what's really going on, all right? Welcome, y'all. This is Off the Muscle. I'm your boy, Music Man. And over here to my right is my guy.
It's your boy, Maniac. Man, I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to anyways. How y'all doing?
Man, y'all check this out.
Picture in your mind the sort of paradigm cartoonish version of an authoritarian country. It's a place where you have to pledge allegiance to the nation, where your identity is the nation and the leader. And if you're caught deriding the nation, insulting its leaders, criticizing its past, you're thrown in prison or some other thing happens to you. It always involves erasing history. Not just erasing history, but erasing perspectives. In China, you're not allowed to teach about the Tiananmen Square massacre. In Jim Crow America, you weren't allowed to teach the history of slave insurrections. Keeping hierarchies in place, keeping the status quo in place, keeping the powerful powerful requires that you erase the history of resistance to them.
That was deep. Hey, Peanut, what's going on? Put the camera on me, Cam, real quick, man. What's going on, Peanut? Huh? I'm glad you're watching the show. Pawpaw is going to teach some people some things this evening, okay? Keep watching, and you'll see me talk some noise, okay? Y'all check this out. I want to tell y'all something. For some reason, all right, I'm going to break it down slow, but for some reason, history is being plucked and erased. One item, one person, one important figure. They're shaming, downing, snatching away the history, snatching away the importance that people have played, the important things and positions that people have played in history. I always ask myself, what is the bigger picture and why? And where's the gray area? What's going on? How come people do not and cannot? From the last few shows we've had things where we try to kind of sum these things together, but there still wasn't, to me, there wasn't an end. They all kind of came back to the point that we'll get to at the end of this show. But have you noticed, as a young white male, the fact that they are picking on and specifically removing Black history? Or is it something that you don't notice? What is your real perspective on that?
I mean, I definitely came from public school.
Okay.
So
wait, what does that mean?
That
so
means
you're indoctrinated.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Cool.
Up until like high school, then I stopped going to class and stuff. Anyways, yes, I went to public school.
Right.
So, and I went to public school in Colorado. So like we're being in Colorado removed from the whole, like, the South, the slaves, the big presence of slavery, right? So we're we're quite literally outsiders learning history of a different area of the country. The
Right.
U.S. is so vast, like we have so much land here.
It's sectioned off.
And yes, we learned about what's the name, the train.
Oh, the Underground Railroad.
There you
and
go.
That train, what
The train. This is prime example. Of like how much I learned about.
I thought he was talking about running train. I was like, y'all learned about, boy, what was y'all doing up there in Colorado? Boy, smoking weed and running train. No, all right.
That's
the
a
Underground
different pod.
Railroad, yeah.
That's a different pod.
All right, different podcast. All right.
But so like I learned like the basics, and like if the slaves would run, they'd cut off the middle toe, and so they couldn't run anymore.
Right.
I learned like some of the brutal stuff, some of the basics, but like even from just this podcast with you, like I've learned. I don't know if it was last week. It might have been the week before that. We were talking a little bit about slavery, and I did learn a couple things from you.
That's good. That's good.
And so, like, yeah, as a white person growing up, I consider it the Midwest.
But do you notice it right now? Do you notice removal of black figures
what I'm
and
getting
things
at is
now?
I noticed it looking back from a young age.
That's even
what
better.
I'm getting at.
Okay.
Is I've noticed it.
But you voted for Trump.
It's a different topic. It's a different pod.
No. But if you notice the removal of
I
black
did
history,
vote for Obama though.
You did say that. So what?
Because he was black.
I don't understand. Because he was black.
Because he was black.
That's
That's
why.
why.
Understand how you would vote for Obama
he was black,
and then turn around and not have or be educated enough. Was it? You heard how Obama talked, smooth motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
You thought Trump had that type of eloquence and stature and build upon himself and that chest muscles to produce that same type of class and style to represent us as an orator?
I think,
or just the simplicity.
The reason he won is the edge. He had like this edge to him of.
Which is shit.
He wasn't the norm. He was something different. And that's what I'm not doing the accent.
He was a showman.
Oh, showman.
No.
I thought you said show me.
I was
like, no, I'm not doing it. I was like, I'm not doing it.
You doing this shit? No. He's a showman.
China.
And the big top always had that guy out there standing on the box talking about, come on. It's that.
Yeah.
It's that.
The ringleader.
That voice, he was the ring master. He's that guy that just says stuff to get you, to entice you.
Yeah. Just
come see the Wolf Man.
Pique your interest,
and the lady with 3 titties, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and you start going, a lady with 3 titties? Man, 3 of them? Man, I
only got 2 hands.
I dealt with 2, you know what I'm saying? but it's that type of stuff though. I'm joking, but if you think about it, when a person tells you to come see this, and you're like, we ain't never seen that before.
I think that's a lot of why he got the position. There's this go around.
But didn't I tell you, Lamont? Not you, but didn't I tell you what the hell was gonna happen? You remember?
I remember.
Because before Kamala said it, before Obama said, if I'd have done any of this. Well, no, it wasn't before Obama said it, because I said it after him. Well, no, before he said, if I'd done it, I told y'all. Go back on. I told y'all. I got 2 whole or 3 whole videos of me talking shit about the man, telling y'all what this man was going to do and why. But I didn't know. I knew what I know now, but I didn't know what it summed up to be. I didn't know where it came from. I didn't know all it was adding up to. We do know that the erasure of black history is for white supremacy. What your boy say on there? He's the only thing that stands between show and total supremacy. Show enough. That was on your movie.
Yeah. I only watched it once. I don't have all the lines in my
head. No, man. I'm sure you'll watch it a couple more times. You know what I'm saying? So in replacing black people in power, are they replacing a maniac because they're incompetent? Because they're dumb? They're unable to do their job? They're less than the other people in the same space? Like
I don't think so.
Like, I don't know. Why are you replacing competent people of color with yes men and women?
You already have the answer.
Huh? You think I do?
I'm telling you.
Why would you
And if you know,
replace
they know the answer. I'm telling you.
what people? Why would you replace prominent, long time, successful, smart people in power of color and replace them with yes men? It doesn't have to be the president himself's yes men, but yes men to a system, yes men to a a theory, yes men to a place where specific people want to be. Those are questions that I ask myself. Why? Why? What am I looking at exactly?
As the guy mentioned in that video we just played.
He summed up the whole show.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
He really summed up the whole show. He's only
He's
missing
getting a bit of the division.
He's just missing
anybody
the
who is against the narrative, this political regime we have.
If you
whatever
part
you wanna call it,
hey, if you're not part of the solution, what are you?
part of the problem.
You know what? I'm gonna say something right now that I wanted to wait to say. I learned something. I learned something, and what I learned was this. I always say, well, man, there's a big difference between MAGA and a Republican. I say that.
I
I
would
say
agree
that.
with that.
You do agree with that?
Yeah.
I don't anymore, because if you are a Republican and you're watching this shit go on, and you haven't changed you can't just go up and say, okay, I renounce my throne. You can't you 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 can't just say well, you could say I renounce the Republican Party for right now, because what I'm looking at is that, like I tell you all the time about good cops and bad cops, there's no such thing as a good cop as soon as he watches a bad cop violate somebody's rights once, twice, 3, 4 times. His job is to defend the law, to uphold the law. And if you're an officer and you're breaking the law and you watch him break the law, you're now a bad cop.
You should
Okay,
arrest him.
if you are
Yeah,
a
you should arrest
Republican and you are watching and you are not voting against this regime and this bullshit that's going on, and you are in Congress, if you are in the House, if you're in the Senate, you are part of the problem. It's not just MAGA. It is the Republican Party as a whole supporting white supremacy. Are there Democrats that support white supremacy? Hell yeah, them shits are just hiding. They're better at hiding. The Democrats that are supporting white supremacy, they're better at hiding because they're
the
only
old
about the
school
money.
Democrats.
They're the old school.
They're the
Whoa.
old school Democrats.
Not the old school Democrats, as the people that say the ones for before the party changed. Those ain't alive. So it can't be old school Democrats.
They can have some influence.
An old school Democrat is a new Republican, and vice versa, according to before the extreme party change. But we're talking about, you're talking about old school Democrats as in people who, when the lines were still a little blurred,
Right.
from the 70s and 80s, and they kind of still played that. If you scratch
Maybe
my
like
back, I scratch yours.
Maybe like your boomers now that are
Exactly.
definitely voting a lot, and
Tell you what,
because I can tell you probably there's not a lot of younger folks that are. I don't have numbers. I wish I did, but
so why get rid of these things? Why hide them? All right. There's a new wave of racists. All right. Dumbass white men letting or making their kids and wives watch and participate in white supremacist propaganda. They say stuff like destroy, BLM, critical race theory, woke, DEI, affirmative action, when half of those things help their broke ass states, kids and wives, on a daily basis while they're at work and they can't perform up to par and feed their family. All of those. Because I have seen white women go to not Black Lives Matter protests, but things that black people are involved in, things that the reason why we say Black Lives Matter, those women participate with other women of color to make things happen, or to get resources, or to go to this food bank or do this, and they do it with their tail tucked between their legs and their head between their shoulders, but they still do it. And then when they get home, they got to listen to their racist white supremacist husband talk about how they ought not run over there and do this, that, and the third. Well, bitch, get your weight up then. Produce some more money then. Or get with a team that's going to help vote so that way normal people like you and I, no matter what color we are, we can all get our bread up together. So that you're not being yes a boss to the white supremacist attitude when all you are is slave patrol. Do you know what that means? Do you understand where I'm coming from? You follow me? If you are on the same platform as I financially, we're on the same education level, we're on the same sociological area and events and places and things. Everything that we do, we're on the same level. We have different skin color. And you're voting against the narrative that I'm in, you're voting against your damn self. And then you have the nerve to talk white supremacist propaganda and teach it to your kids like it's going to be better for them in the future. Still voting for that same, plateau, that same arrow that's shooting across the sky. There's an above line and a below line. What does the above line always do to the bottom line? They look down on them.
Grass looks greener on the other side.
Grass looks greener on the other side while they're steady looking down on you. And if you can kiss just enough ass, if you can suck just enough popsicles, if you can do just enough, you might be able to step above that line. But it's a whole lot that got to be done. Y'all know what they say about getting getting famous, getting that platinum record, getting that top movie role. What you got to do sometimes?
You gotta get that Pete Diddy.
You got to get that. You know what I'm saying? But you're getting it in the same way that people got it hundreds of years ago, laid across that stump in front of a crowd of people, and everybody knows about it. And it's archived. Everybody knows except for those who don't. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing, y'all. The next thing is the misinformation, all right, and false narratives. The narrative right now, Maniac, is that there's no future for white people in this country. This is what they are. This is what they're sending out. They're sending it out to you. They're sending it out to people your age and younger that, there's no future for y'all. But we've been here the whole time with y'all. Why is there no future all of a sudden? Because the narrative has to change in order for them to get their point across, okay?
Project 2025.
Yeah.
You'll own nothing and be happy.
Some of the people that were there who were younger, in their 20s, they said they came to kind of see the funeral of CPAC and just confirm that it really was over.
Well, what do they think is coming next? It dies, and what takes its place?
Well, I think it's turning point. And I have to say, I think some of the things that some of the younger people that I talked to were a little bit scary, because they were saying things that sounded a lot like white nationalism. It sounded racist, to be honest.
What did they say?
They were saying basically that the United States was founded by Europeans, and that is the identity of the United States. And it was a mission from God to conquer a land, and the United States was conquered by Europeans, and now that they're blessed, the United States is blessed by God because of conquering the people that lived here before.
What?
Did you hear that bullshit?
What?
This is what they are saying at a conservative meeting with hundreds of people. They're teaching young people, trying to get the message out that God gave this land.
Not all white people are like this. I just want you to know. I just want to say that.
Shit, show me the ones that ain't. No.
What the hell did you just say?
I'm standing on it. Show me the ones that ain't. Maniac, the reason why I'm saying is because until the thought process changes, understand where I'm coming from when I say this. I don't know what you think when you leave here. Until you're around long enough to where your normal thought process is to the affirmative of everybody being equal across the board, I cannot guarantee that you don't think something about me when you leave here. Even though I will look at you as a brilliant, good, upstanding, on your way up young man that I'll share any information with. And I'll bless you with all of the knowledge, wisdom, and game that I have in my soul to make sure that when you move forward, you're on the same playing field as the people that you grew up with, that you came up. We come up together. That's the way it's supposed to be. All right, we're all supposed to share. We're all supposed to bring each other up, not teach the younger crowd. Hey, look, this is how I feel right now, but you motherfuckers is in danger. You see what I'm saying? What I need y'all to do is, I need y'all to get on this. Hey, man, God gave y'all this country. Remember that video. We're going to go back to that. But God gave them this country.
The whole thing about us coming over here is we were essentially denouncing Europe because the people that came over didn't like the way shit was going over there. So they were essentially running away from Europe because they didn't like how it was going over there.
Do you know?
So now these people are saying now that they're claiming Europe and that this was in God's name, if you will.
Amen.
But that's not even why we came here.
Amen.
What do you mean?
Half of the Europeans that came here in the 1600s, okay, half of them that came in the 1600s were criminals. They were the worst. They were the bottom of the barrel. That's why they were running. If you are an immigrant of one of the other countries that originated from the Caucasus Mountains, you are the worst of the worst.
Where is the Caucasus Mountains?
Y'all came here. The Caucasus Mountains are a division.
Show me on a map where.
You really don't know where the Caucasus Mountains are?
Show me
pull your phone up real quick and look up the Caucasus Mountains and look where the divide is. See, you know when people say that, it's kind of like the where Black Panther them from? Goddamn, we're from Wakanda. It's like Wakanda. People go, well, Wakanda's weird. Wakanda is real, and people say, hey man, Wakanda's a fake place, man. Y'all niggas don't, calm down. When you say Caucasus and the Caucasians and stuff, they go, man, stop lying. That shit ain't for real. No, what do you mean?
A bullshit? A bullshit?
The Caucasus Mountains are a barrier. It is a division between countries. Yeah.
Make sure you spell it right too.
Read it out to me. Go ahead. Since you on there, read it out to me.
No, I'm just looking at a map right now.
Oh, okay.
But it's the southern part of Russia, basically from the Mediterranean, north of Georgia, stretching all the way down to Azerbaijan.
So it basically divides what originally was
Iran and
which is what?
North of Israel.
Which is what? Before the land divide and before the continental drift and before some of these continents start drifting apart, what is that all part of? What is all of that a part of?
It was all
Africa.
Yeah.
Message.
Hey, that's what we need. That's what I want. That's what I want, Tay. That's what I want. I want that message.
Oh no! Sorry, it's not the Mediterranean.
It's a division of basically what would be Russia from the Middle East / Africa. Yeah,
that's the Dead Sea, the Black Sea. Yeah, Black Sea.
So, yeah. but the Caucasus Mountains were actually where your ancestors went to hide to get away from the sun.
That you go up in the mountains, you're closer to the fucking sun.
No, well, the temperature is colder.
That's true.
It's colder. You're blocking the sun. The clouds are up there, so it seems like you're closer to the sun, but technically you are. But they were
air's
in the
thinner.
There. Yes. So there's a lot of things that. Did you know that blue eyes is actually a degenerate thing? Blue eyes. People look at blue eyes, and go, "Oh, you have the most lovely blue eyes." Motherfucker, you got a disease.
There was a long time when people didn't have blue eyes.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's eyes are supposed to be brown.
Yeah.
Anything other than brown or black eyes is an anomaly. We had some comments up there.
I think it came from like an adaptation from being in like a snow environment, I believe.
Exactly. That's what it was.
All right. So we got a couple messages here. We got the Rook that says, "What's up, family?"
Already. What's up, Rookie?
And then we got the Royce coming in that said, because they fear black people who have sense, and
they want to
uplift our people.
Oh! They fear the black people who have sense that want to uplift our people. So those black people that have good sense, that want to uplift the people, they fear them. They feared Malcolm. They feared Martin Luther King. Martin Luther.
That man from
We got one to
Colorado.
be famous says good shit, Royce. Don't get me started. And then one to be backdoored and said, that man from Colorado music, man, damn.
You didn't say it right.
That man from Colorado.
You didn't say it right.
I mean,
Colorado.
Oh, Colorado.
I kind of like one of you say he's from Albany.
Yeah.
I'm from Albany.
Albany, you know what I'm saying?
Albany.
A bullshit. A bullshit.
So
Albany?
yes, exactly. Yeah.
According to Wikipedia,
It's Albany.
Albany.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
They're saying, Maniac, this is the misinformation, that white racism, meaning racism towards white males, this is the narrative now. They're trying to make all young white men and women think that there's a racist campaign against white people. Let me finish and then I'll elaborate.
Okay.
That the white racism is just as debilitating as the discrimination against black people throughout slavery and Jim Crow. All right? That includes all the disparities of today for black people. They're saying that y'all are going through, oh my God, white people, oh, woe is me. We can't even get into school anymore because there's so many black people. When we go to the store, black people are in line in front of us. That's racist. We can't even watch TV without
that is
black.
racist. To say that is racist.
Exactly. They'll say this is what I just heard. I heard that they're mad because every time they turn on the TV, there's a black commercial. Tell me you ain't heard that shit.
listen, I heard this thing called black fatigue.
Yes.
Black fatigue is a real thing.
Yes.
Like,
Well, it's not a real thing. It's a It's what's going on right now. It's a narrative that's being preached that
What is
we're
that? Like you
tired
see
of
so
seeing-
much content of black people and you get like tired from it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Black people in general.
I'm tired of black folks.
I'm tired of black folks, basically.
But
check this out.
it's like an oxymoron because if you're on social media and you're saying, I got black fatigue, that means you're talking about black people. So you're capitalizing off black people.
Yeah, or you're interacting with black folk content.
Yeah.
And then so like your algorithm is feeding you more of it and you're like, oh, I'm tired of this.
Don't
That's what you're
fuck with
reacting to.
enchiladas if you don't like Mexican people. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know what that means? Trump got on TV the other day and said, we made all the inventions. We have this. We developed this and we invented this. He named inventions that were all made by black people. Go back and watch it and then watch the cross-reference when they say, damn, almost everything he named was an invention that was made by black people. But he said, these are the things that we made America great because we invented these things. America invented these things. But he didn't say it from a concept or a point of view of, we're proud of black people, da 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 da. He said it from a American
Right.
point of view. Remember that. From an American point of view. Do y'all know, according to Webster, let's see where it's at. So this is man, maybe I can find it, but it was a Webster's dictionary from goddamn 1392. That's not it. I will refresh it because it's in my notes. But American, okay, is a native of America. This was originally in the dictionary, okay? Originally applied to the Aboriginal or copper-colored races found here, all right, by the Europeans. So, very, very important. The Aboriginal people, okay, or copper-colored races found here by the Europeans, all right? But it's now applied to the descendants of the Europeans in America. So you're what it was, an American is the people that were here.
Mhm.
The Aboriginal people. Remember when we talk about Aboriginal people here in a little bit, that what we're discussing. The Aboriginal people. You know what an Aboriginal is? Like the actual what an Aboriginal is?
It's from Australia.
No. There are Aboriginal people in Australia. You know what they look like?
They're black.
They black as the ace of spades, most of them.
They're black as black.
Black. And you see Crocodile Dundee? Motherfuckers don't tell like, that is mate. And shit. And they're like, wait, what the? That boy 11:59 dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, that boy is one click away from 12 midnight dark. Yeah. And he sound like, blue black. That boy purple. But remember when we're talking about the Aboriginal people of Australia, the Aboriginal people of
This
the
is
United
actually
States.
one of the first times I've heard Aboriginals in the context of the United States.
Right. That's my point. Keep on listening and keep on commenting and keep on paying attention. The original people of Europe, Maniac. Do you remember them starting to talk about the Black Madonna, the real color of Jesus and Mary? The Europeans will tell you that Jesus and Mary were black. The Pope has came out and said, these are black people. Every country, every continent in this world, the Aboriginal people are black, are people of color. Keep on listening. I'm going to prove it to you. All right.
Every country also has their own variation of Jesus.
Of course.
There's Mexican Jesus,
Of course.
there's black Jesus, there's white Jesus.
But we're talking about race. We're talking about religion now.
I'm just saying.
We're talking, but that's there because of indoctrination, because of the way things were passed down according to European influence, Spanish influence, not Mexican, Spain.
Spaniards.
Remember, when you talk about all those European countries, they are grouped into a segment called white. All right? Think about what I'm saying. Y'all are all white folks. Just
from
like
Russia to France.
White folks. But if you say that to them, now over here.
For real though.
No.
From Russia all the way to France.
You got it. I ain't arguing with you. What?
That's across Asia and the whole continent of Europe.
Go over there to France and say, man, you white motherfuckers are something else over here. They're going to be like, you mess around, get cussed out and heard some shit you ain't never heard before. Talk that shit, boy. Trust me.
I feel like most of the northern hemisphere is white.
It's too damn cold for us.
I was waiting for him to keep going and tell me why.
That was it. No, that was it.
Why?
That was it.
What that boy say, man, get your tropical ass off that ice chest on Boys in the Hood or Minister Society.
Oh, you tropical?
Yeah, Royal Salem Salami. They say, yeah, I'm a tropical. Yeah, get your tropical ass off that ice chest. Here's the curveballs, though. Here's the curveballs. House Negroes. The new slave patrol. All right, industry plants, unless they turn woke. Now, unless they turn woke. See, if you're an industry plant, you turn woke. Then your ass get kicked out. You're no longer a curveball. You see what I'm saying? They've opened these discussions even about fertility in the white race. They just started having major discussions about, hey, look, man, y'all boys need to go out there and start knocking some of the young white girls down. They don't give a damn about the age.
You know what these young white girls are looking like these days?
What are they looking like?
Man, a lot of them are not.
They're not
I don't know if I want to say a lot of them, but there's a good amount of them that either are way left and way into this Me Too and like all this like, oh, I'm independent woman, better than men. Like I don't need no man, which is fine. Make your money, do your thing, girl. But you can't you can't make more humans
by yourself.
By your fucking self.
So that's the problem, though.
Even if you're there, and a lot of girls nowadays.
Remember, you said that
a lot of feminists nowadays are actually lesbian,
right?
Which then again hurts
what
our
color women are mostly lesbian?
White. White. Most
Guess what? You are, man, what's a ding, 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 ding. Ring the Tyson bell. What's that boy say? You are 100% right. And the reason why is because the education that everyone's getting about all the things across the board on why you should not be fucking with certain people.
College is bullshit.
So what's happening in the white race is this.
For real, though.
They're hearing that. They're hearing college is bullshit. And I'm gonna touch on that. They're also hearing that and seeing that. I'm sorry, friends of mine, all my white homeboys, all 100 of y'all, they're seeing that the new age of white men ain't shit. I said it. Because they're riding with the white supremacy program, maniac.
Or they're riding.
Women don't want that shit.
They're riding with these women that are so independent that it makes these men submissive and it makes them not fucking men.
But that has nothing to do with,
because they have this strong, independent woman who's got everything taken care of, providing for them.
Okay.
And then they're fucking, oh yes, mommy, because they're now submissive little bitches.
But what does that have to do with where they see the world as far as
points is their dads probably walked out on them when they were kids.
But what does that have to do with white supremacy? Just because a guy follows behind a woman, what does that have to do with white supremacy? Whether she's white, black, whatever, right? They're being the point was that they're blaming black men because your white girls don't want to fuck you. How the hell you gonna blame a black man because your woman don't want you? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy that you actually could
you know
like say some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Check this out, y'all.
You know why they say that? Because of stereotypes.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
You can't handle the truth.
Check this out. If your woman don't like you no more, and the white men are blaming black men because the white girls don't like or don't want to have babies with them no more, that ain't our goddamn problem. Start having more sex with your women. Start treating your women right. Stop kicking your dog. Stop beating on your woman. And stop running around being mean, hateful, and white supremacist to every race except for your own. And your woman might want to give you some nookie at nighttime. That's what I got to say. Now, are we still friends, people? Because this is the God's honest truth. Stop blaming me for something that you can't control of yourself, and you're looking at everyone else. You're trying to downplay black and brown people, but that you have all of the inadequacies built in your heart. You have the animosity. You have the illusion of white supremacy. Because what I want y'all to understand is that white supremacy is an illusion. The only reason why it's upheld is because the illusion is constantly placed in the White House. It's constantly placed in high places of power. If it stopped by Maniac, if it stopped by my boy, I don't want to call out two people that don't want, that may not want to be any of my homeboys of Caucasian persuasion and palm-colored people. If you guys help stop it,
Caucasian persuasion.
if Becky and them stop it, then we don't have anything to worry about because we all get along and we all can communicate, even if we want to live separate.
But
I'm still not saying, Maniac, that I don't want to still be over here with my people while y'all be over there and we invite y'all to the damn barbecue. We ain't got to be all up on each other. But the fact remains is that what I want you to understand is that pro-black is not hating white. Pro-black is not I want to pay whitey back. Pro-black means that I care about my people and I want to uplift my people to the point of education and having something in their heart and their mind and dedication to want to be equal. To spread the same word that you and I are spreading. That's what pro-black is, man. Pro-black is making sure we uplift our own people. Just like, you know what? Why is there no pro-white?
Because it's racist.
Everything's already white.
Everything's already white.
Everything's already white.
So yeah, I've heard over the time,
Okay.
people didn't understand why. Why is it
Black History Month.
Black History Month? Why is it black this? Why is it black that? Well, because it's always been
White. So if it's always been one thing,
yeah.
And somebody else brings it up.
You mentioned a little bit ago. You said, tired of seeing it's black fatigue.
Black fatigue.
Right, and they're tired of seeing black folks on this and on commercials and TV and stuff like that. Well, how long did black people have to watch white people on everything that they every time they turned on the TV?
And sometimes we had to watch black people clowning us to our face.
Man,
I just thought of that movie Hairspray with John Travolta.
Yeah.
Not even that. They got tired of watching white people so much that they put our faces on to be us.
Yeah. Running on TV with blackface. Old school movies and shit. So those are the things that you gotta understand are
Tropic Thunder.
No, Tropic Thunder is off the hook. I ain't gonna lie. Hey man, he did that, man. I heard them jumping on him about that. And some people jumping on him about that. Hell the fuck no. Man, that was great. Yeah. That was an interpretation, and the fact that he was a soldier, and it brought back like the way things were done and the things that were said by the black soldiers in Vietnam and all the wars. So Robert Downey Jr. did a good job on that, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. He did his thing. Who we got up there, Cam?
So you said, let's go. We got Wannabe saying where I see them pushing agendas on our culture. He also said they love black culture, not the people. Everyone want to be black until it's time to be black.
Right.
Facts. Maniac. Better get you a sister. She will teach you some shit.
Hey.
Royce, come on, man. Come on. I'm going to say it, but look, we're comedians here, okay?
All right.
But what sense does it make to be a lesbian but get
effed
with a strap on? Come on, man. Look, we comedians,
come on, Royce.
man.
Royce, man. No. That's just like they was talking about Magic Johnson's son said he don't want no he said he don't want no he don't want a straight man. He don't want
he don't want
a gay man. I don't want a gay man. I want a straight man. Well, but Magic Johnson's son. Yeah. But it's like any motherfucker that fuck with you is a gay man. And he hollering at what's his name? What's the other basketball player? Been hollering at him, by the way. I'm just throwing some shit out there. This year before the sports show, but
not Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard.
Oh, come on.
Dwight Howard been seen with Magic Johnson's son. They've been dating.
A bullshit.
I
can't find it fast enough.
A bullshit.
You like black girls? Ain't nothing wrong with them?
Ain't nothing wrong with them.
Okay. Now you fuck around and hey, Mike.
I bet we
might have to take him over to the barber shop, man. Go and get that line up, man. Get him fade them sides off.
Don't have to hit the streets.
Hey, man, I can be over in the mirror talking about shit, man. Can you get me right here a little bit right there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me the barber shop. Yeah, man. Let me get that mirror, man. And then say, man, what about right there? Let me hit them clippers. There you go, man. They ain't touching shit. There you go, man. You live now. Man, I'd be like, yeah, man. Shit.
He gonna be on off the muscle looking like John B.
Yeah.
Like, come on, get on the camera. Get on the camera.
People say
white trash, man.
Like
white trash.
Wait, real quick. Ladies, he's single.
He's single. There he
is. This is not a dating show.
The maniac. Yeah, this ain't no dating show. But if you want to be on the show, we're going to have a dating show on Off the Muscle with any two ladies.
We're going to auction his ass off.
We're going to auction his ass off. Hell yeah. 25, 35, 45, but a white boy over here. No. That was racist. Listen, that was racist.
I get it. You're just trying to turn the cards.
But I tell you this.
You're just trying to turn the cards.
Yeah, we empower. So we try to go ahead and flip the script. See,
I get it.
Okay, so that though, Maniac, is part of white fear. So Roland Martin has a book. I do follow Roland Martin a lot. He has a book called White Fear: How the Browning of America is Making White Folks Lose Their Mind. All right. He talks about that. There's a lot of people talk about that they think that because the numbers, back to what we're talking about, of white Americans and white people in general are not, it is a census that shows that every single 5 to 10 years, the white race is dwindling in numbers compared to others. And the reason why is because y'all are having more, or the big deal about the abortions was because white women are secretly having just as much as if not more, just as many if not more than every other race. They're not having.
When I was in high school,
they're not reproducing.
We had two.
Had two what?
Abortions, like when I was in high school.
You had 2 abortions in high school?
Yeah, not personally.
I feel so
personally,
like,
but
damn,
like not in my body, but like I was I was part of the. Don't look at me like that, Cam.
No.
When you and your girl have a kid, you say we're pregnant, right?
Okay, all right.
Right.
Okay. Hold on. Let's step forward. So the number of those abortions is exceeding births and pregnancies. Everyone else is surpassing the numbers. The white numbers are literally. What you say by design? No. They're dwindling.
For real, really though.
Did you know? Do you remember the movie? Y'all ever seen Blood and Bone? So on Blood and Bone, remember how he tells that story about how the white man came over and the black man's loincloth dropped on the ground and he saw what he was packing and he was like, man, and it had to do with power. So what he had to do, because he saw what that man was packing in his drawers, he felt like he needed to have some superiority over him, because if the rest of the world, basically the women, see what that man, that colored man, that black man, that Negro has, it's going to be dangerous. So now what we got to do is we got to tell all the white girls, them are animals. Them things right there is bad people. They dangerous. Well, guess what? Man, y'all can't tell white girls that we dangerous and we bad, because there's a whole lot of prominent brothers out there that has nothing to do with what's in their pants. We're people too. Everybody has options. You can choose what you want as a person. You can say, I like that darker skinned person. Hey man, if y'all don't like dark people, why the fuck y'all get so many tans? If y'all don't like dark people, why y'all getting booties?
BBL.
Built.
Get that BBL.
Y'all, white women are getting every kind of, they getting Bo Derek braids. This shit started way back in the Gap, man.
Lip injections.
They get lip injections, get them big
DSLs.
Man, listen, man, boy, sitting there, God.
Come on now. If you know, you know.
If you don't know,
I ain't telling you. If you don't know, I ain't telling you.
Oh man. So here's the issue. Do y'all know about this ancestry shit that's going around? This is where,
like ancestry.com?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm on there.
Just get your ass off there.
I'll pull up the app right now and tell you my breakdown of.
Do it. Tell me. I'm interested.
I can tell you right now, I'm all white.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now.
The fuck you are.
I am all white,
Wait,
dude.
the fuck you are. How the hell are you all white when Adam and Eve was black?
I'm telling you, I am every bit of European.
Hey,
I
got some of that shit too. I'm on that motherfucker.
Are you? Was you Zulu?
All white, dude.
You Zulu?
Nah, he knuckle.
When I first, when I was like
Christmas knuckle.
So I was like 17, right?
Okay.
And like they were still figuring out their system. And like initially it said that I was 1% North African. And I was like, oh yeah. And then like 2 years later, I finally logged back in. I looked at it and it was hold on. And it was like, what the fuck they got to do with Frosty the Snowman? I'm all white, dude.
I do want to tell you why you're finding out. Let me explain something to y'all. They have had cases of triplets, twins, and quadruplets all submit their samples to these ancestry places, and all of them come back with different shit.
I got it.
All right. Okay, tell me, what are you?
Okay, the top one is southeastern England and northeastern Europe, 39%.
Okay.
And then I'm not going to give all the percentages, but in this order, descending order.
Yeah.
Central Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern Wales, Northwest England, Ireland. Not even.
What's your last name?
Matix.
Right. Exactly.
Which is Welsh.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Welsh.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What if your last? So if your name
Southern Germanic, European, Northwestern
shit,
Germany,
Germanic.
North Central.
Yeah, where the African at?
It's gone now.
How's it gone? So your history just erased itself.
Eastern.
What? Nova Scotia?
Czechia?
Oh, yeah,
Czechia?
Czechia, yeah.
Czechia,
Yeah.
Squidward.
Estonia, and Latvia, and Lithuania.
Okay.
Oh, and Sweden is at the bottom.
Damn.
He mixed with all the whites.
Yeah, all the whites.
You, dude, I'm as white as white gets.
No.
I'm all the whites. I'm telling you.
No. So that's what they're telling you. So let me tell you something.
I'm a mix of every white, man.
Cool.
Except Russia.
You believe what you want to believe, all right? Let me tell you this.
But I can tell you my family came here during World War II.
23andMe, Ancestry DNA, all giving people like African ancestry, but the oldest living human bones and all this stuff are all coming from the African area. All right. So followed by, all right, follow me now, followed by the United States area. All right. So we're talking about America.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, with that
Central
being
America
said,
used to be right there, butted up next to.
Pump your brakes. Pump your brakes, young man. So the oldest living human is coming from the African area, right? All right. Besides the primates are still in that same area, but
what do they call it? The Strait of Gibraltar.
Yes, sir.
Right there, the Mediterranean.
Yep. But people want to know where they're originally from. A gentleman named Henry Louis Gates. All right. Jr. He's from the University of California. He's a genealogist and a genetics and African American history major and professor. He was responsible for slavevoyages.org. Okay, this is a website where they start telling people like, oh, you came from this descendants and this, that, and the third. This was not necessarily a genealogy website, but it was just tracing. You paid them and they traced you back. Lineage. It was a big thing here in the recent past. He also was friends with a gentleman named Rick Kittles. All right. Now, what Henry Louis Gates did was he was snapped on by my boy Dane Calloway. Remember that name? Everybody remember Dane Calloway?
I was hoping he was going to say Dane Cook.
No, Dane Calloway. Dane Calloway is a person
don't look at me like that.
Who has done all of this information, maniac, and studies and has traveled all over the United States, not looking on Google, not looking on Twitter and Twitch and X and Instagram and Snapchats and all that bullshit. Him and his wife go to these historical places, historical landmarks, read the landmarks, take pictures of them, follow the lineage of the slave trade and where people of color mostly came to, listen to what I'm saying, don't fuck with me yet, came to the United States from and where they came to port, which was mostly on the East Coast. Right. First and foremost, Virginia. Okay, well, we good so far?
Geographically, it'd be way harder for them to land on the West Coast.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Of course. So, here's the thing. Kittles. Well, Dane Calloway made them change their information because of his publicly studied and verifiable information that there were not millions of slaves brought to the United States, Turtle Island, Virginia Island is what it was called. There were not millions of slaves brought from Africa. The slave trade was told in reverse. He made them change it to, there was only family and friends. Don't hold me to the exact number, but I remember it being 125, 150,000 slaves bought from Africa. From Africa. When Columbus got here,
from
whoa.
From black folks.
From black folks, what do you mean? From Africa.
Well, right, but the African people are selling out their own people.
Hold on. The people, you know what? Let me go into that real quick. The people that were sold, people like say, well, shit, Africans were selling motherfuckers. Listen.
It is true though.
Listen, it is the
There's
truth.
so much genocide
But
over there.
100 million, 1.5 million or 20 million or 50 million or 2 million people didn't get sold to Europeans to come on slave ships to be brought to the United States. That's not what happened. African countries and tribes were at war with each other.
They still
just like anybody else, and they still are. So what they would do is they would sell their prisoners of war to the Europeans.
You know what I just thought?
But the Europeans got greedy, and then what they start doing? They start snatching bitches up. They start snatching up, and I'm saying that from a term of endearment. They start snatching up the women. They start snatching up men on the cool in the depths of night, throwing nets over them, scooping them up. But it was not millions of Africans. Between the times of this and this, if y'all want me to break it down, I do have it written down, and I will introduce that. Anybody who says they want it, I'll provide that to you. Between this time and this time, you would have had to ship hundreds of slaves on a weekly basis. Now, don't forget, we're talking about in the 13 and 1400s. Just think about common sense. What Peanut say? Common sense. Common sense. You are not in the 13 and 1400s with the ships that were provided back then, built and made, shipping hundreds or thousands of slaves every week. Just think about that. Think about the number they provided to you. That's number one. Do you know what an ocean gyre is? An ocean gyre is an undercurrent of the ocean that makes it hard for a sailboat to travel directly across. So those ocean gyre soldier over there that I know you know a lot about have made the sailboats have to go to the outer portions of these United States. Turtle Island, Virginia Island is what they called it at first, because when they pulled up over there, the Turtle Island broke down the same way as...
When they pulled up, they said, hey, there's a lot of black folks over there.
What the hell is going on?
Let's go to this island first. Let's set up on the island, and then we'll assess from
But
there.
it wasn't an island. It was just a coastline of Virginia.
But
so
probably what,
okay,
yeah.
so...
I mean,
but
they were like, oh, shit, let's back up.
These guys, these two guys, one of them is the same guy that was on that Oprah... that was on the Oprah show, that told Oprah she was a Zulu, and then Oprah hauled her ass over to Africa and was telling all the people they were Zulu. Okay? He called Robert Kittles and said, man, did you tell Oprah she was a Zulu? And he said, no, man, I didn't tell her that shit. He said, man, Oprah made that shit up. It was a big joke. Well, come to find out, they did an ancestry DNA thing for her, and he said, well, why are you doing that, man? You know you're just back there making that shit up. This man said this at a conference in front of college students and said, you just back there making this up. And he agreed. It does not exist. You cannot trace down mine, yours, Lamont's, Cameron's, goddamn wannabe famous. You cannot trace down your ancestry of where you came from thousands of years ago unless you dig up the bodies of every person in your lineage to find out that you came from there. So not only would you have to, your grandma, great-grandma, mama, daddy, cousins, uncles, and great-great-great, you'd have to cross the water and find out who their parents are to dig it up to do a direct DNA comparison. It cannot be done. If you spend your money on ancestry DNA, not only are you dumb and full of shit, but it doesn't exist. A maniac. You cannot trace that down for somebody to tell you where you come from because they just take a swab of your mouth. No offense, it cannot happen. It is against all rules. If you call and you look it up, they're going to tell you there's much information that says ancestry is fake. They have just not 23andMe, but the 23andMe talks about the 23 chromosomes that we all have that decides our DNA and all. Okay, but Ancestry DNA has been in multiple class action lawsuits to where they have lost all of them for two things: falsifying information and giving away, here's the big key, giving away everybody's DNA profiles. Selling your DNA profile. That's all this is about. They started it trying to trick black folks into saying, we can tell you what African country you're from. Remember, I'm asking you now, why would they only want black people to know that they're not one black person who done ancestry DNA? Not one of them came back to, yo, you from here. If you are a black person, you've done ancestry DNA, Tell me which one of y'all's ancestors came back to the United States of America or Turtle Island. I'll wait. I'll sit here all night, and I bet you not now, motherfucker, can tell me that it all came. Oh, it came from Africa. Think about. See how it's starting. We're coming together. We're coming together.
I did actually meet one of my long lost sisters.
Cousins removed from Great Britain?
No, one of my blood, like half sisters on Ancestry. Like I knew she existed. Okay. She didn't know I existed, and we matched on Ancestry. It says like, "Oh, you share such and such amount of DNA." And
direct DNA with a person.
Yeah. And so like I linked with one of my sisters that
did both of y'all compare y'all's DNA profiles? And hers, she was Welch and 32% and all that. Well, y'all got different probably you said half sister or some shit. Okay. Yeah. No. Cool.
No, so, we didn't do all that. But
right.
But that's one thing like I did,
you found one benefit from it.
Yes.
I did connect with a family member.
So I'm not capping on you and no, I mean really, no offense.
Honestly, but I want you to understand. I was like 17, so if I was doing it now, I wouldn't have done it.
No, right.
When I was 17, like my family paid for it.
You benefited from it, but it was cool. But I'll tell you this: if you don't find a family member in the United States somewhere close to you, and as a long lost cousin or something, or somebody who came from your daddy, or you found out your daddy was a Rolling Stone, and they telling you that you're from a different country from 1,000 years ago. Because that's the only way they're going. When was it from? How long ago was it from? How long ago did anybody come from Africa?
Most of the information that I've seen, at least for my family tree, is it doesn't go more than 200 years. Right. And a lot of that ancestral.
So how many hundred years did y'all come over here?
A lot of that is documented, like that is in their archive or whatever, and so they're connecting. They're connecting. Hey, so. This is your mom, this is your dad. Well, this is documented. That
it's
this
like
is their
horoscopes, maniac.
Kind of.
They kind of take all the information they have. They take the documented evidence that they have. Like you said, they sprinkle a little pixie dust on it. They use common sense, and they start telling you, giving you references pertaining to Maddox. Maddox is not Jackson or Untumbu. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit where you're gonna be like, that's black. There's certain names that are gonna.
Jackson does not.
Well, no, Jackson is that came.
We know where that came from.
You say easy, Mr. Jackson, easy. Look over there. All right, check this out.
Is that your last name? Jackson?
Yeah, that's his last
Jackson.
name. Yeah. All right.
You know where you got that from, right?
Andrew Jackson.
1 second. We got Rick James say. So the company be lying about your ancestors. I'm going to answer this one. I'm going to say, yeah. And I'm going to say, I've been in the wrong business for a long time. I could have made buku money.
Being an ancestry person. Hey. Or a meteorologist, where you get to be wrong all the time and shit and still get paid. Oh, yeah. You make $100,000 a year for being wrong as soon as you start working there and shit. Especially if you live in Texas. Your ass, the weather changes on every 4 hours and you can be wrong like a motherfucker.
One of these say most black people here in America come from breeding farms like Jamestown, Virginia, and the spot in Alabama where the people used to get their ass whipped. I'm not laughing.
You're talking about the people.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
He's right. People got their ass.
Hold on.
Talking about them people.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. God dang it, wannabe.
Them people.
So he's right. He said these people. They said, what do you mean you people? They said, what do you mean you people? What do you mean you people? Say wannabe. You're right, but you're still missing a point because you said they came.
Oh, they came.
The fuck they did. We were already here. Listen, family and friends. Please do your studying. We were already here. Somebody just said, "Boo, doo, doo, doo."
Yeah, I heard that.
Listen, y'all. I want y'all to understand something. They want you to be from Africa.
Because then you're not American.
Come on, maniac. All right?
That's where you were going, right?
They want you to be from Africa. All right? School, U.S. history, museums have indoctrinated us, okay? If they can, this is what they stated a long time ago. If they can take your child 5 days a week, think about this, 5 days a week from you, from the ages of 4 through about 17 or 18, teach them what they want them to know, and they will call it the education system. Before then, how'd you learn?
But who wrote the books?
Before then, how did you learn? The winners wrote the books. But before then, how'd you learn?
From your mom, your dad, from doing.
Your great uncle who owned a business making horseshoes. Your cousin who was a shoe shine man and he was damn good. That was a respected a business. The guy who was a carpenter. Your big cousin. You learned from family. You learned trades that you used to barter and provide for your family.
Taylor.
Yes, you made suits. You took fabrics.
Miller.
All those things.
Those
loggers.
Surnames directly come from trades.
Yes, yes. A sir, all these things are, you are prominent. You're a person of high caliber. All these things were how you learned and where you got your trades and your skills from. Okay, wait, I'm coming, y'all. I'm rolling. Stay with me now. Peep this. They call it the education system. All right. They want us to think that we're all from Africa and that we're not of this land. When in truth, the Aboriginal people of every continent are people of color. We talked about that. Of every continent, maniac, every continent. Aboriginal people were people of color. All right. So history was told in reverse. All right. You know who Charles Darwin is? You ever heard of the name Charles Darwin?
I've heard.
So Charles Darwin, he was the guy who had the theory of evolution. We all came from apes.
Mm-hmm.
Primates were before us.
Mm-hmm.
God said, I mean, I didn't talk to him personally, but he did say
Are you sure?
that he made animals and stuff first. I do talk to you. I talked to him. He made animals before he made man. So the theory that Charles Darwin had was that man came from monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
People say, well, why there's still monkeys? All right, well, cool. So these are the things that
and half of them went in the sea and half of them stayed on land and we became humans and the other half became mermaids. Yeah, okay.
That bullshit. So Melville John Herskovits. All right. Herskovits was a bigot scientist. All right. In the early 1900s, they shaped and reversed history. Okay, not 1900s, the 19th century, which is 1800 and something.
Right.
Before him, this is what I want you to understand. Before Melville Herskovits changed the narrative of, y'all remember this was shit. There was never, ever, ever in history, not once, anywhere that said that the Negroes of the Americas were from Africa. There's nothing in history before Melville Herskovits made this claim to the nation and the government said, this is what we need to teach. They're from over there. I saw those people over there. They came from there. But do you know what the narrative was?
They were shipped over.
No. What was the narrative? Hey, look, if we get everybody to believe that they came from over there, they don't belong here. So everything that we stole, everything that we took, every crime that we committed was justifiable because at that time, slavery was what? Legal. We're not committing any crimes. Mm-hmm. Because they're not from here, the narrative. They're from someplace else. We brought them here. This is ours. We own all of this. Remember the narrative of God gave this to us? Mm-hmm. And we talked about the CPAC earlier. They're painting the narrative that everything was given to the white man by God. The United States. He didn't give none of the other shit to nobody, but he gave the United States to the people of palm color persuasion.
But then he also
Turtle Island.
He also gave Israel and Gaza Strip to the Muslims and the Jews,
which are all people of what? Color.
Yeah, they're not white.
They ain't white.
They're not white.
So
someone's lying, and I guess I said it last week. I said
Black people lying.
someone is lying.
Black people lying. We the liars.
Why?
We can't lie. We didn't write history. We're not the people in power.
But then if anything, that's the opposite. So you're not the liar if you didn't write history.
What I'm saying is that everyone is finding out the narrative. Social media is bringing about an understanding that all of the people who have been trying to hide this information, maniac, for hundreds of years now. Let's go back 500 years. This is what the big deal is about. This is what reparations about. This is what downplaying everything that people of color have built and done throughout history. Think about this. Everything that a person of color has done, every invention that was stolen, from the airplane to the guy. A man the other day said that he doesn't believe that the peanut butter was made by a black man. I watched an entire video. They had to argue and convince a man that George Washington Carver did not invent peanut butter. He said a white man invented peanut butter, and the black man stole it from him. Did you hear that? A black man stole an invention from a white man and got away with it, y'all. During slavery and Jim Crow. That is impossible. Because who controls the archives? Who controls the patent office? White folks. Mm-hmm. How the hell is a Negro going to steal a damn patent and invent something? The invention was so great, they couldn't take it. It was like, shit, man, it ain't never some peanut. It ain't never some smashed peanuts. No big deal. Until it took off. And then it was like, shit, now we can't. We just fucked up. Good. Yeah, we didn't. Good. Man, I wish my sons could eat it again.
Extra crunchy.
Okay, y'all.
Gotta have the extra crunchy.
He said you like that extra crunchy?
You gotta be the extra crunchy.
You like it crunchy?
You like the crunchy too? I don't like the extra crunchy, but I don't mind the crunchy peanut. But the crunchy peanut butter is deep. But man, something about that. Hey man, that Peter Pan with honey, man. That's my favorite one, man.
You gotta get the
Wait,
honey roasted. The honey roasted.
I just said that. That's the Peter Pan. Yeah, that's that's the honey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Get that honey roasted, man. Hey man, if you check it out, man, it's gonna blow your mind. You ain't gonna know about it. I got 4 big jars.
It is
three
good.
open and one open. They all sit there. So when I run out, I'll peanut butter and jelly nigga ass to death. I ain't lying. I'll make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in a heartbeat and stack 2 or 3 of them up and give me some iced tea, man. Eat 2 or 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and go back and run back out there to the shop.
Hell yeah.
So
thick with the peanut butter.
I'm trying to thick with the peanut butter, a little bit of jelly. Here's what I want y'all to know. All right. In the late 1700s, when millions, you ready? Millions, the late 1700s, millions of Caucasians came to the Americas. 1700s versus 1400s. 300 years, 250, 300 years. What's the main thing in this whole slave trade things that has evolved? Anybody understand? Anybody know?
The amount.
The ships, the boats. In 300 years, the boats have evolved. So from the time where a ship was not much bigger than this room, and you could fit 15, 20 slaves, a crew, food, and everything you needed for nutrition for a 40, 50 days on the water, you were not packing no millions of slaves in the damn boat. Come on, man. They were old-ass sailboats. Now, let's talk about the 1700s, when millions of Caucasians came to the Americas from all over Europe, okay? Because they knew what was here, and it was a vast land, and they saw the bountiful fruits, vegetables, women, and strong people of color here. And there was a lot of unclaimed land, okay? So during that time, in the 1700s, when this happened, it was rolling. It was dropping people off left and right all over the coasts, from the East Coast all the way into the Gulf of Mexico. All right. Now, something very, very important happened to this time. In 1790, something was started called the U.S. Census. You know what that is? The U.S. Census is what tells
It
you
counts
how many
everybody.
people,
Yeah.
and it counts. Yeah, yeah, all right. You know the guy who's coming around knocking your door and says, "Hey, how you doing? Who lives here?" Motherfucker, what you want to know for? How many women? How many children? How many men? Are y'all?
I don't
What's your
think I ever
ethnicity?
had somebody walking up to the
So
door.
in our time, back in the days, you had a man knock on your door.
FBI.
Freeze,
Wait,
motherfucker. Oh no, stop. Stop. Get on the ground, take off all your clothes. You're like, no, I'm not. Especially you because you look good. He says, especially you because you look good.
Squatting.
But they would ask you private information about who lives in the house, how many, and what you called your race. Are y'all black people? Yeah, man. Yeah, we niggas, man. What you want to do? Yeah, yeah. And they would, and he would sit on his notepad and write that shit down. Say, thank you, have a nice day, and go to the next house. That's what they did. There was a census board. They controlled this your area. You do this area every day.
Yeah. Are you
like a door-to-door salesman? But he don't want to buy.
Are you black?
He not. Yeah, he ain't selling you nothing.
I think.
He's like, yeah, I think I'm. That's what they told me. You know, they told me I'm beige, but yeah, that's my mom right there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna pencil you in for
nickel. Yeah, no. All right, now I do want y'all to understand that was in 1790. Now by 1830, all the records from the 1700s, from 1790 to 1830, all those records were destroyed. You cannot find these records right now. Why is that important? Because it is the reversal of what was told to us about the slave trade, about millions of Africans coming over here, as opposed to the damn people of color were already here, and millions of Europeans came in starting in the 1700s, clean on through the 18th and 19th century.
And if you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going.
Maniac. How did all the white folks get here?
On a boat.
They didn't grow here, right? No, we didn't plant. Negroes didn't plant them motherfuckers, did we?
No, we came on a boat.
Y'all came on boats, right?
I mean, you could try and plant us, but I don't think anything's gonna
Now,
grow.
there have been some white folks born to black people, you know what I'm
I
saying?
don't think anything's gonna grow.
Speaking of that, real quick,
That's albino. We're talking. That's a different topic.
No, the fuck it's not. You said albino. That gene or genetic ability came from. It's not a myth. Black people can have white people. White people cannot have black people. So I turned around. I said, "Man, Kurt, look this shit up."
I don't know. You ever seen that Maury show?
You are not the you know father. What? Man, let's your ass up. Check this out.
Picture in your mind
You hold
the sort
on.
of
Where's it at,
paradigm,
man?
cartoonish version
Wait
of
a
an
minute.
authoritarian country.
Let me close
it's a
old
place
buddy
where
off.
you have to pledge allegiance to the nation, where your identity is the
That was a
nation
dang
and
video.
the leader. And if you're caught deriding the nation, insulting its
Yes.
leaders.
All right, so check this out. I asked, was it possible for two white people to have a black child? And that son bitch said, yes, it is possible. And I was like, no, hell no. This can't be true. I kept reading. It's possible for two white people to have a black child. Though it is extremely rare, this usually occurs due to dormant genes from distant African ancestry inherited by both white parents. All right. Other causes include rare genetic mutations or in some documented cases. It says IFV mixed da da da. Wait a minute. Wait, maniac. This shit on this screen up here says that two white people can have a black child in very, very rare occurrences. Real quick, my homeboy that watches the show, that comes to my house and we go back and forth, and you say you love debating with me about this kind of stuff, about the one drop of black blood theory. Here you go, buddy. This is for you. Two white people having a black baby, or a baby that comes out with black features. Yes, it can happen. Why? Because they both have a strong amount of African genes. You look at yourself, you go, I'm a white boy. And you turn around and you look at that ancestry DNA, which that shit don't exist, but you find out that down the line, your great grandfather was black. And then you ask your girl, well, what's going on? You must have let Lamont get a little of that. You know what I'm saying? You let Uncle Tay hit. You know what I'm saying? She said, no, my great grandfather was
dark.
my great grandfather, but it's not the darkness. It's the features. It's a black looking baby. It's happened because of the genes in two white people from their black side. I didn't think about it from that point because what do we always say? Y'all came from us. It can't come down from goddamn 100 years ago. Like you got a great granddaddy from 10 greats. No, it has to be more recent from what I understand. You know what I'm saying? But that can happen. So that's the only way that two white folks can have a black baby. All right. Now,
well, that's not the only way.
No, two white folks. Two white folks, not a white folk.
She's not telling him something.
Huh? You think so? That's what I just said. Yeah, unless she let somebody hit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I had to slide off on you real quick. So the Racial Integrity Act of 1924. Anybody ever heard of that? I hadn't. I never heard of it, didn't remember it. The Racial Integrity Act of 1924 gave government officials, look the shit up. Don't believe me, do your research. The Racial Integrity Act of 1924 gave the government officials the right to destroy all census records. Wow, can't believe it. To further hide the truth about African Americans and the future of the explanation of eugenics. Eugenics is part of what Darwin and Melville Scovix were talking about.
Is that when you can like have sex with black people often enough that children turn white?
No, that can't happen.
Well, no, like they did it in Australia.
The
white people came and they breeded with the black women so much that they were like, okay, we're going to turn this whole place white.
Oh.
Is that not?
It doesn't.
That's
okay.
a different thing.
No. What you're saying is lack of education. Just because a white woman has sex with a black man or a white man has sex with a black woman and they produce light-skinned people, they're not turning them white.
Well, but
because they're just light-skinned black folks at that point. Because the black gene is stronger than the white gene. So, and now if you water them down, yes, that can happen. You can now you take that mixed child and you blend that mixed child with a white person.
That was the idea.
Yes, that can happen. But still, it would take multiple generations,
right. But
in
that
order
was
to
the
water
idea
that
in Australia.
Right. Yes, there you can do that. But why would they do that in Australia? Because there's way too many black asses down there, right? The Aboriginal people of that land. Those people, man, let me keep going. Check this out. So the fact remains is that Christopher Columbus came in 1492. All right. Where was he from? You know where Christopher Columbus come? You know where he's from?
Europe.
Well, yeah. He's from over yonder. Okay.
Spain? No.
There you go. Yeah.
Spain?
Yeah. So he's from Spain. Okay. All right. He took the Aboriginal people from this land and traded them with Spanish, English, and French in 1619. He didn't bring a damn thing over here. Where in the history books do y'all remember them saying that he brought people over here? Christopher Columbus.
No, I didn't.
He took people from here and took them back over yonder. And when he took them there, they was like, oh shit, what is this? Now we got something here. Some of them were enslaved. Some of them were used for different people inside of palaces. And some of them was just used for sex. Did y'all know that? They took people over there and said, hey, we need one of them. And they pawned them off. Said, man, you want to buy one of these? Hey, girl, you got no money to buy one of these? That boy got that sausage. That boy got that piece. And women was buying them niggas too.
He got that what?
Hey, he's packing over
here. They were buying them brothers up. That boy got that hotly, that sausage.
Nigga, spell it.
Sausage.
Shit.
Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Goddamn tube steak, goddamn. That boy had that tube steak on him, man, so they was buying him up. So peep this.
The one-eyed serpent.
that
trouser snake.
That boy had main vein on him, boy, yeah. So shut y'all ass. Y'all throw me off, man. God dog. All right. So
You got that tool. Got that tool on him.
The very first record, all right, of anybody arriving on these lands, all right? The very first record of anybody arriving, the record, pay attention, y'all, for this gonna trip y'all out, was recorded by John Roth. Do y'all know who John Roth is? Y'all know who all y'all know who John Roth is. John Roth is the white cat that married a princess named Pocahontas. People think Pocahontas is a fairy tale.
John Smith.
John Smith Roth, yes. Listen, John Roth.
I saw the movie.
Okay, that's not fake. Pocahontas really existed. She was a black princess, a princess of color. And I'm sorry, what do they call her on the cartoons? Indian. She was a dark-skinned woman of color. All right, she was not a beige Mexican woman. What movies and our American history shows you is a Indian. All right, that's Pocahontas. I'm sorry, John. Okay, what his job was when he came here to Virginia, to Turtle Island, he was in charge of, his job was to document. If y'all remember how the story took place, even in the cartoon, he used to document all the details of what was happening here. All right. And there are specific notes about small ships coming in to Virginia. At that time, we're talking about 1600 of small ships coming in with about 20 Negroes. And you go, who cares? Well, what happened to the millions? Every now and then, there would be one coming in with 20, 30. Because that sounds like something that's plausible for the amount of, I don't give a fuck if it's Negroes, Africans, whatever, that can be brought over on a ship of that size during that time without dying. Because, maniac, many people died on those voyages from Africa and from Europe along the trip. Some people lost their goddamn mind and dove in the water and killed themselves. All right? Y'all have to understand that this is what they showed us for years. They showed us, if I can find it, they showed us this. If you look to the far right bottom, and you have to turn your head sideways, that is what they told us how the ship was. That's the hull on a sideways view of slaves laying side by side by side by side, packed hundreds deep in ships so close with chained together. So we're talking about they shitting, eating, doing. Come on, man. It would have been so horrific that nobody would have survived on that long of a trip with feces, malnutrition. There wasn't even enough room on a ship of that size to have enough food to eat for anybody to live. Before this, there were no rowboats then. They weren't rowing shit then. These were actually sailboats. But that particular picture is something that Dane Calloway himself challenged anyone who can find a slave ship. Right now, he still has this challenge out. Find a slave ship, and he'll give you, he'll give you $10,000 cash. Find one. You get whatever else you get from that slave ship, you get that through the Archive of America and the U.S., whatever. He'll pay you out of his pocket 10 grand to find a slave ship. Guess how many they found so far since what, like 8-9 years ago guess how many they found? 0. They found a piece of a stick this big. This came from the slave ship, Ukadadungu, or whatever the fuck the name of it. I don't know what it was. But the shit was a stick. And they talking about, there it is right there. And they show us some muddy water, but they done found pirate ships. They done found the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, I'm exaggerating, but Titanic. they done found Titanic was made of metal, but yeah. But they done found many wood boats, sailboats in the ocean, in the cold waters, that were mostly intact. The only thing they've never found intact, but you can't guess what it is. Motherfucking slave ship. There's no slave ships. They have not found one. They found sticks and shit that they claim is a slave ship, but none of this where you can see tens of 20s or 40s or 50s of people laying next to each other in an area with chains. No, it doesn't exist. Them chains would still be petrified up under the water, right?
Right.
All them chains. Hey, they ain't found that shit. It doesn't exist. It does not exist. So here's the thing. Let's get this out the way. So he recorded this stuff, right? And while John recorded this stuff, it is still right now in 2026, it is still in England in the archives. Dane Calloway ordered a copy of the archives of John and found this information about every recording that he wrote down. It had to be translated, but stuff like about the 20 slaves that came in. Okay? These are things that are recorded. That debunks most of what was said about slaves coming in by the hundreds, thousands, and millions during that time. All right? Pangea. Pangea was a word that we were taught during school. Y'all remember what that was? That was when, at one time, if you take the whole world and you move all the continents together, you can see common sense shows you they all fit together like a puzzle piece, which meant they were all connected at one time. All right, now let's go back to earlier. Why are there people of why are there Aboriginal people of color on every continent? Do you know why? Now?
This is all broke apart.
Because they were all together at one time, and because of continental drift, they broke apart. So, the people of Africa are the people of what was called Pangea, that they told us happened millions of years ago, but there is now proof that this didn't happen millions of years ago. Part of the world broke apart millions of years ago, but there is proof about Gondwana. Gondwana, I'm going to say it again. Look it up, people. Gondwana, no, not Wakanda. Gondwana was a different separation, which is within the last few thousand years, not millions of years ago. All right? To where it finally broke apart and spread apart enough to where all these people that separated, that we say are from Africa, are from the entire land. So we're not necessarily people of Africa, we're people of Gondwana. And once it separated, this portion was then called Turtle Island. And when you look up the word Turtle Island, y'all heard me say that multiple times, it's because when they were able to see the shape, finally see the shape, or people that time did the looking in areas with balloons and different shit, they were able to, they said it was shaped like a turtle, like a tortoise. That's why the Americas, the upper part of America was called Turtle Island.
So original.
Yeah, I know. But Turtle Island was, okay, the broke off part, which is the United States of Gondwana, okay? Gondwana is the reason why people of color are all over the world, the Aboriginal people, and that we are not all Africans per se. The people that stayed in the part, which is now Africa, is the same as us Aboriginal people who stayed in the part of what is Turtle Island and or the Americas now. And it is why people of color are not all from Africa. This is why y'all have to know where we come from and why we are Aboriginal to this land. And this is why they are all trying to hide where we're from and make us be from Africa so that they don't have to give us what is ours and what was taken from us many, many years ago.
Could you imagine being a part of the original, we say Gondwana and the earth just started separating? And you're like, oh shit, you're going that way.
No, we don't know. Did it happen as a result of an earthquake, or was it, was it run, motherfucker, run? And everybody took out this way, and y'all took. But I mean, think about it. It's how it happened. Yeah. You ran this way, we ran this way. We all were together, but now, hundreds of years later, we gonna steal this, and we gonna say you motherfuckers was from over there because we saw some of y'all over there. Yeah. But we want this now. If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. All right. Don't continue to allow your family, your kids, your neighbors, okay, not to be educated. It's way too easy to believe lies. It's way too easy to believe lies, maniac. You can believe all the lies you want, but until you do the research or you hear this type of knowledge, wisdom, and game coming from someone who has done the research, all right? And I'm going to continue to do the research. I want y'all to all follow and look up. Please do this. He has hundreds of videos, but you need to go back and find history was told in reverse, and the slave trade was told in reverse. Dane Calloway. His site is called I'm Just Here to Make You Think.
We gonna clip it.
Dane Calloway. All right. Denial of the culture in the United States can no longer be hidden because of transparency and the internet. All right. You got anything you want to say?
Yeah, I think you summed it up pretty good.
Huh? I did. I had to take just a man and run with it, man. Thank y'all. This is my boy Maniac. Maniac is very important to the show. Maniac is a heartbeat of a very important part of what we discuss on the show from his point of view of being a young white male. Man, and I really thank you, man, for having the understanding and the ability to elaborate on these subjects. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Find out where, hey man, check with the mountain man, see what's going on tomorrow.
Yeah, what is he? Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, man, on the point of view, we're going to discuss that ain't love.
Oh yeah.
Understanding domestic abuse. Yeah. We're gonna have got a guest. She's a counselor. Texas Tanya Cheatham. Y'all remember she joined us before.
Oh yeah.
Texas Tanya. Yeah. She'll be joining us. Sunshine.
Okay.
She'll be joining us.
Sunshine back on. Okay.
She'll be back on with us, our sis. And baby girl.
Okay.
Baby girl gonna kick it with us.
Oh, you got
Right.
you're gonna have some. You're gonna have some strengthening words tomorrow evening, brother.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be
So a lot of estrogen in that lineup.
It has to be for this subject. Now, don't get it messed up. Women beat on men too.
No, for sure.
That's number one. I want to say that. But from off the muscle, I want to say this before we get up out here. If you have to beat on your man, if you have to beat on your woman, choke, hit, demean, down talk, treat them like less than, let them go.
For sure.
Let somebody else have them. Do not be an abusive person. That's some bullshit. You're less than a man if you do that. This was Off the Muscle. We love y'all. Thank y'all. See y'all next week.
Have a good night.